Hey everyone, welcome to Camppatton Family Compounds Monday Night Fireside Chat. Tonight's topic is one which is based in safety for everyone, and it's the home safety check. And I got Laura with me from Hedgehog Homestead. If you are not subscribed to Laura, subscribe. They are doing great over there, building their dream home, I guess you'd call it, or dream farm, or
it's more of a dream farm. You know, if it was a dream home, the home would be the focus, but it's, you know, a homestead that we were dreaming of, and owning land and all of that, so making that all happen. So
yeah. And yeah. I am more than slightly jealous that you got you had 160 acres and you sold off to relatives some.
Yeah. We sold 30 acres, so yeah.
All righty. Well, let's get up here and see who all is in the side chat here. And up here to the top. And first one in was Gear Grinding 19. And then Phelan Clan Wolf came in, and he snatched up a test free month membership. And so he's now a member. Kaylin Strain is in the house doing some dehydrating.
Awesome.
And you came in and talked to him. And Tibor is in the house. LG is here. Barry is here. Storms, Radios, and Cats. And Q is in the house. And that's all there is in here so far. At least only ones that are commenting. We got more. The numbers say there's more that are just watching and lurking. That's perfectly fine. Hope you pick something up here. And before I go to the next point here, some things I want to point out. So one thing was, yes, we have hit 3,516 subscribers. Hendo said that he thought I was going to make 4,000 by Christmas. I go, no way. And all of a sudden it's go boom, boom, boom.
That's so exciting, Gil. I'm so happy for you.
Well,
I'm so happy for you.
I have the 3,000 subscriber giveaway going on. It's going to be done on the 18th. Mm-hmm. Now I got to change it to the 3,500 subscriber giveaway on the 18th.
Yeah.
So, and if 11 days, if we hit 4,000, I'm just going to pass out.
And on the 16th, he's going to be interviewed on my channel. So if you really want to know the nitty gritty about this man.
Yeah. And I promise I will be revealing some dating secrets between me and my wife.
Oh,
I got permission.
You go, guys.
I got permission. Hey, I may be wild and crazy, but I'm not stupid.
Yep, wasn't born yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, all right. So, there we go. So, channel, Phelan Clan Wolf grabbed up a membership. So, I'm going to have to add him to what's coming up here in a minute. Still need to add Vitra to it. I got Vitra in it. I just hadn't completed the video, so now I got to add Phelan to it and then complete the video. But
sweet.
And for those that are members, if you've been paying attention, every time I post a video, I try. YouTube says that they'll notify you. I don't trust them, and I put it in the community post and send that out. I find out people get the community post emails more often than they get notified by the little notification on the side, which can be skipped over and pushed aside by other notifications. So, sure. Anyway, so there are a bunch of photos and videos out there that only channel members have access to. All right, so let me pop over here and throw this up. Yeah. This ain't Camp Crystal Lake. We have fun here. All righty. And so besides those listed on that presentation, Vitra is a member, and Phelan Clan Wolf became a member this evening. And so, all right, so that's what we're at there. Also, I want to remind people that over on Grayman Prepping is the 1,000 subscriber giveaway contest going on right now, and Garden State Gardener, Joe is in first place, and so but there are others, not that far behind him, so you can still, and there's still an open slot.
Mm-hmm.
There's still an open slot just to claim one of the prizes, so there's still room to maneuver and do stuff, and the rules for that is over there on Grayman Prepping. I think I may have put it down in the description down below as well. Let me take a quick look over here and verify that. And yes, the 3,000 subscriber giveaway video is listed down below, and the Grayman Prepping 1,000 subscriber video is listed down below as well. So, and of course we had Suburban, everything was flying by here. We had Suburban Hillbilly, and it's the Marshmallow Man come in.
Mm-hmm.
So
and
welcome.
Gear.
And Gear's back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gear, you were listed as the first one, but you weren't around to hear it.
Hey, Caitlin Strain, good to see you.
Yeah. All righty. So tonight, safety. All right. This would have been prime to go out Sunday, but I don't go live on Sunday, so I go live tonight. So it's a day late, but not $1 short, because you can still get a lot of this stuff done. And so I'm going to go over here. All right. So the home safety check. What does it have to deal with? And so, well, first of all, it happens twice a year. And right now it's called the holiday. That is the holiday. Or the home safety check for holidays, because hey, we're coming into the holiday season here. But basically, you figure, when you change your clocks and stuff, there's a bunch of stuff to do. One, which I had to do this year, because usually my batteries work in my clocks for a long time. I changed the battery on one of my clocks here because it was starting to slow down. But other things you do when you on the weekend that the clock changes, check your fire extinguishers.
Mm-hmm.
Take them, check the expiration date on the tag if it has the tag on it. Make sure it's in the green on the gauge. Mm-hmm. And if it's been hanging up there for a while, turn it upside down. Don't turn it all the way upside down. Turn it up at about 40-degree angle. Kind of shake it, and you'll feel the powder shift from one end down to the other.
Most states, they need to be recharged every year to be legal. So
In buildings and commercial buildings, they do. In homes, all it says is it's just got to be in the green.
Yeah.
So what you do is when you turn it upside down, the powder will shift a little bit, and you move it back and forth several times to make sure it's all broken up. Because what has happened in California with all the earthquakes, they sit and they vibrate, or they're near a freeway or near train tracks. The vibration of the traffic going by causes it to compact, and when they go to use it, it goes and it plugs up. So take care of your fire extinguishers. Make sure they're working right. Also, if you have an old, I always mispronounce it. I call it kitty, but they call it some other name. Even though it's spelled kitty, they call it something else, K8 or whatever. Anyways, if you have one that has a plastic top on it, you can still go to their website and say, "Hey, I just discovered this, and I understand I'm supposed to get a free replacement for it." Because their plastic ones were having they discovered had a lot of problems, and so they were just blanket replacing them all.
That's good.
That's one thing to do is make sure your fire extinguisher is all taken care of. Next thing, along the same lines of fire, your dryer vent tubing.
Just cleaned ours out.
Yep. Take it out, clean it out, do it all good. And not just the back one. I've had some people some people were never taught properly by their parents. Inside the lint trap inside. There was one lady in one of the sort classes we were talking. She goes, "Yeah, my dryer just doesn't dry." And then I showed the slide, pulling out and cleaning the lint trap. She goes, "There's a lint trap?"
You can get vacuum attachments nowadays that go deep inside the dryer and will go through. And that's what we used just recently, and it was horrible.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So the make sure you empty the lint trap in the inside manual lint trap that you pull out. Clean that every load.
Mm-hmm.
And then twice a year, make sure you clean out the ductwork and everything else there. And I don't have the comments up here. I missed it. Yeah, there's a bunch of comments in there to go back and refer to. You clean the tubing, you clean it, and people will pull the tubing off the inside where it goes through the wall, and they'll clean the tubing and put it back on, but they don't clean where it goes through the wall to the little thing outside. And sometimes that outside there cakes up, especially if you're in a wet environment.
That's what causes a fire for sure.
Yeah, blocks it up there.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a quick look here. Fire extinguisher inside a vehicle. Okay.
And make sure that the outside of it isn't cracked and animals can't get in there.
Yeah.
Because people have found nests in there and all kinds of crazy things that block their vent.
Okay. All right. Just checking on. Okay. One of the other things too that about the internal vent thing. Whenever we do our flannel sheets, we know we're not going to try to dry it in one run. Mm-hmm. So we put it on the low setting. We put it on for about 25 minutes. Go in there, separate the sheets again, clean out a wad of lint from the flannel out, run it again for 25 minutes, clean it out again, and the second and the third time on low, it usually by then has dried the sheets.
Yeah. Hey, Tim.
Okay. Hey, yay, Tim Fergal from up here in Idaho. Reflecting from my shop vac shot. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Thank you. Fabric softener sheets. What is the common ingredient on most fabric softener sheets? Paraffin wax. Mm-hmm. That's what does the anti-static clean. Mm-hmm. And that is the worst thing you can use in a dryer.
Right.
Is the flexible vent piping even legal anymore? Oh, yeah. Absolutely, Tim.
It is. Yeah.
Absolutely. They sell it everywhere still because it is easier to clean. And people are able to do stuff about breaking the more rigid stuff.
Yeah. It's almost better to just replace it than clean it.
Yeah. As cheap as you can get it sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get if you only need like a 3-foot piece and you can buy the box at Home Depot, that's an 8-foot piece. You just cut that in half and you got 2 changes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Next one here. Over the stove. How many people in the chat? I want to see a 1 or 2, a 1 for yes or 2 for no. How many of you have stuck your head down and looked up to see what it looks like underneath the hood of your stove? Come on, be honest.
I have. And I clean it out too. I take the stuff out of there and clean it. And it's disgusting.
Yeah. When we bought this place, the vent thing that was the filter trap for the grease there that was there was old and disgusting. And it's like, okay, I took the measurements, came in here, ordered it, went on Amazon, checked around. the cheapest thing to get was a 3-pack. So I got a 3-pack. And by the time and later but during while I was doing that, my wife pulled up the spick and span, laid that in a cake pan, poured the spick and span straight on it, and let it sit. And after about an hour, she took it out and rinsed it off.
In a vented area, I'm sure she did.
Oh, no, she did it in the kitchen.
Oh,
I told her, I went in there, get that out of there. It's killing my sinuses. So she moved it outside.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's great stuff, but boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when you're good to clean this, sometimes it'll clean up easy. Some of them, you may say it's not worth it. I'm just going to, you measure it, get the replacement ones. When they come, make sure they fit. If they don't fit, send them back. But then you replace it and just throw it away.
Yeah.
But if you clean it every 6 months, it's really not that bad.
Yeah.
But when you let it go several years,
it depends on how much grease you cook with. Like if you do a lot of grease catching, with it.
Yeah.
So if you do a lot of frying, you might want to change it more often or clean it more often.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you do high heat frying, where it kind of smokes, like in a wok. Because basically your grease is vaporizing, and then it condenses on the metal up there.
Fried chicken, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I was just reading the comments there. All right. Smoke detectors / fire alarm detectors / CO2 detectors / CO detectors. All of them. Change the batteries in them.
Don't just test them.
Change them.
Yes.
And the way things are nowadays, the price on the rechargeable batteries are coming down. I did on my video about the walkway lights. I got a 24-pack and then a 16-pack of AA rechargeable batteries. They're less than $1 each.
Amazon's just sent us some for free.
Yeah. And so you just take the ones out, put the new ones in, recharge the old ones, and have them ready to go back in, in 6 months.
Yep.
All right, that is cool. And that's the other thing too. If you haven't cleaned it in a while, you may find behind and on the hood, going back to the hood there, that you're going to need to clean up inside a little bit too. Mm-hmm. There's a product that my wife ordered a case for me up here when we bought this house. It's called I forgot what it's called now. It's the tub of towels or something like that. Basically, it's not like your Clorox disinfecting wipes. Mm-hmm. This is a grease cutter one, and it works great for cleaning the stove, and it works great for cleaning that stuff.
That's another area that's good to clean on your stove, is to clean out your oven every 6 months, and also lift up the if you have a regular stove, lift that area up and clean underneath. There may be grease that had spilled under there or something and can catch on fire. So that's a good thing to clean out and make sure you do every 6 months as well.
It's okay.
Hey, Pastor McQuarrie.
The orange man cometh again. All right. And clean your oven. Lift off the bottom tray of the oven for chunks that have fallen down there as well as lifting up the top of the stove. Clean it. All right, and let's go back here. So even if you have ones that are hardwired in it and don't take batteries, how long have you had them? If it's 5 years or more, you may want to change them out, because dust can get in there and clog them up, and just
at least test them.
yeah, at least, well, test them good. Try vacuuming around it, because sometimes when you try vacuuming around, it just totally makes it fail the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Or it cleans it up, one or the other.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if it's more than 5 years old, I would just replace it totally. And if you're going to replace it with a wired one, you can get one that's a wired with a rechargeable battery in it. So if there's a power failure, it keeps on working. So, yeah, yes, and then you know,
Yeah,
also,
I think the new ones automatically have that, but the older ones don't
right,
have that backup battery.
and you might as well just spend another $2 or so and upgrade it to the multiple version that basically does the smoke, fire, does the heat, does the smoke, and does carbon monoxide as well. And if you really want, you can add another $2 or $3 and get the ones that talk to you.
If you have a 2-story, make sure you have a carbon monoxide detector on both stories of the house too.
And one of the other things to consider, the reason is if you have kids, the regular smoke smoke detectors will not wake up kids. Even early teenagers, it will not wake them up. It wakes adults up, but it doesn't wake kids up. And they have the new ones that you can record your voice into it. So you can say, like, if you have a kid, you can say, hey, Chelsea, time to get up. Bob, time to get up. Fire is going off. Get out of the house. And that way they can it gets them going, and it'll actually wake up the kids. And especially if the fire's on the other end of the house, away from where you're at, where the kids' bedrooms are, it'll wake them up and stuff.
Right.
All right. Next one here. Oh, furnace filters. Yeah, at least twice a year. And if you live in a really pollen area, you may want to go every 3 months.
Yeah, we do it like every 2 months.
Yeah.
And if you say you don't have filters, your furnace has to have some kind of filter. If you're living in a rental, it might have a metal filter that you might want to look into. So.
Yeah.
Those need to be cleaned as well.
Yeah, and you can get for the outlets little insert filters you can put in on the outlets if you're in an apartment. That way, you're not getting crap that's being blown around from other apartments. All righty. Oh, bathrooms. How many people have ever checked the bathroom vent?
Can you say fire hazard? Oh, it stopped working. It just needs to be replaced, and then you never replace it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was scary is back in the day when I was younger, they would have the heat lamps up there, and then the filter thing behind it. So when it clogged up, it was heating down to warm you up while you're drying off, but it was also heating up all that lint.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's something else to check out. And am I about there? Nope. Oh yeah. Who has a wood stove with a metal pipe, a wood stove or insert stove into your chimney, or a regular fireplace or chimney?
If you do, you better get it cleaned every year if you're using it.
Yeah. And back in the day, we thought, oh, it's cool. Those little things you put in there to burn all the creosote out. Turned out that if the chimney was old and cracked and everything, that could cause the fire that burns down the house. So you can clean out your chimney stuff, and if you have a regular chimney and stuff, find out what size piping you can have coming down. Is it an oval? Is it a round? Is it square? And you can buy the wire bristles yourself to do it. However, hang on. However, speaking from experience, as working a couple summers as a chimney sweep for my friend. If you're going to be doing it yourself, one of the things you want to do is you want to tape off and seal off the fireplace before you start.
Yes.
Because all that stuff's going to fall down. You get it all down, clean as best you can, and then you let it sit for a couple hours for all that fine particles to slowly work down. Then you get a shop vac that has a very special filter bag on it, and you vacuum it up out of the thing, and then you reach up and you vac it out around the damper to get that clean.
Mm-hmm. So, Gil, I guess the next question is, maybe can you buy those special bags for your shop vac? Can anybody buy those? Okay.
Anybody can buy them. They're not cheap, but it's a once a year investment for the chimney.
I always had my chimney cleaned out by somebody else. So
yeah. And a lot of times with the professional chimney sweepers too, they have a big, huge monster. It almost looks like a 55-gallon barrel. And the filter in it looks like a third. And it is, so it has a lot of surface on it. It is a super, super, super HEPA one. And basically what they do is after they do it and stuff, they go back and it's a washable filter.
Yeah. And
they fill it from the inside out, so it washes all the stuff out of it, and then they take a soft jet with a brush thing, and then they clean the outside a little bit while they're cleaning it. But yeah, those are a couple $1,000, for those systems. So let's see here. Yes, the next one here. So so your chimney, be careful on that. Hey, Mary Beth. And Hardknack Farm is here. Did I say hi, Passamaquoddy? I don't know. I forgot.
Hi, Passamaquoddy.
Yeah. And did I miss anybody else up here? Scrolling back up. Okay. All right. So the next one here is, if you live in an area other than Southern California or Florida or the Gulf states, where you have two different types of tires for your vehicle, you have the summer tires, and then you have the snow tires you put on so you can drive in the snow. And usually snow tires are a softer tire, and you don't want to use them year round because they'll wear out, because it's a softer rubber. So soft rubber grips better in the snow and stuff. It's time to change your tire. Go to wherever you bought them at, and if it's a good place, they'll do a free pull the old rims and tires off and put the new ones on. And so, you get your tires changed out and stuff, and just for general rotation of the tires, anyways.
Caitlin's, what are tires? I don't drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, then you don't have to spend all that money, Caitlin. Thank God, right?
All right, and the next, I think that's the last one. Is that the last one? That's the last one. So now it's time for the side chat to come up with ideas. What are some of the things you think you should be doing twice a year around your home to do safety stuff? And while you're thinking about that, I'm going to talk about another one here. Well, and it's just that. So we got 20. Hang on.
I know.
I got to check here. Okay, so we got 2 weeks and 4 days before the Christmas stuff goes up. So between now and then, you may want to check out all the extension cords you use around your Christmas tree to light it and to connect all the lights on the tree up and everything. Make sure they're all good and working order. Make sure you have proper ones with the breakers built in. If you have a power strip, make sure it has a breaker in it, not just a power strip, because power strips that don't have breakers are one of the number one causes of electrical fires in the home.
Mm-hmm.
All right, JJ fired one up here. Freeze-resistant windshield wiper fluid in the reservoir. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. And if you go to one of these like oil changers or lube changers or whatever else, do not let them just, oh, your wiper's a little low, and then you go to squirt straight water, and it's like, no. I stopped and said, don't put water in there. Well, you're low. That does not take water. It takes a special antifreeze wiper fluid. Antifreeze wiper fluid, yeah, so you put it in there. It doesn't freeze up when you need to get the snow and ice off the windshield. Yeah.
Another good thing is to make sure that you have everything you need to secure your home against a big frost or a big freeze time. So making sure that you have the things to cover your pipes and your outside faucets and all of that stuff. And like Gil just put some heat tape around a bunch of stuff and pipes and things, right?
They had an electrician come in and do all the gutters.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's just good to make sure that you have that stuff so that when you run to the store with everybody else, when a big freeze is coming, like we are going to have here next week, it's going to be low in the 20s at night. Well, this is a good time before them to grab that stuff so that, but there's other alternatives that you can do if you get stuck in that. I mean, even wrapping a towel around your outside faucet will work.
Yeah.
So, and make sure you take those hoses off. So.
Yeah. Hoses off, not just take them off, but when you roll them up, make sure you lift it up high so they drain.
Mm-hmm.
And once you got it all drained, you got it all rolled up, connect the ends together, because bugs and spiders and earwigs and pill bugs and stuff like to crawl inside of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And snakes.
Okay, where was okay, Jay. All right. Our buddy Jay here is going out on the outer fringes of comedy again. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Organic chaser lights.
Mm-hmm.
All right, no, hey, Jay. If you want to make it organic, you get the little glow sticks, and you just tie those to them. That way, nothing catches fire, and they run around for hours and hours and hours.
Mm-hmm. It's also a good time to make sure that you have your salt and stuff to put on your sidewalks.
Yeah. On that thought thing, Kevin said, poodle noodles. That's if you're like, I know here, Home Depot was totally out of it all last year. I went over to Lowe's and they had a boatload of the actual sized stuff with it. It had the tape on the side. You just peel the cover off and then it sticks together and seals up. And
that works for places like here where it doesn't hard freeze for a long time.
Yeah. If you're places where hard freezes, they have the little heat tapes that go on the pipe that you wrap the silver stuff around. Mm-hmm. And it has a thermostat on it built into it, and it has to be in contact with the metal portion of the pipe. So
Jay's got a good one there, WD-40 for locks. And
I just had that up.
That's also good for just wind. If you have a home where you're getting a lot of wind, to clean that out with WD-40 every once in a while, because even wind can blow enough dust in your lock that it will plug up.
Yeah. And actually, if you're going to be doing that to your door lock, do not do it while it's still installed. Take it out, turn it upside down, and go from the inside and flush it from the inside out. Salt, ice melt. Okay. Around here, the best place, price-wise, we get it is always at Costco. It's cheaper, sometimes by half than even Wally World. However, the Ace Hardware here gets some interesting stuff. It comes from the bourbon manufacturing facilities, and it's some of the stuff. I'm not sure what it is, but basically it's crystallized stuff. They said it comes from inside the barrels after they empty the bourbon out and stuff. And It's organic. It's not salt, but you put it on ice and it melts it and it goes away. It doesn't corrode the concrete. It doesn't damage the concrete. It doesn't damage the roof. If you have an overhang and you get ice, you can toss it up there and it doesn't damage the shingles. It's an organic compound left over from the processing of bourbon.
If you can't do that, hot water does work, but don't put it on your windshield.
Yeah.
And socks over your shoes works very well if it's an ice incident and you don't have any of that.
Yeah. Now I've heard 2 different stories on this one, so I know Tibor, somebody will come up with the other side of it. One of the things that goes around, I always see the memes on Facebook. If you're expecting a freezing rain, take your windshield wipers, bend them up. That way they don't freeze to the window. And if someone says there's a problem with the mechanism down there, well, the mechanism is a lot easier to thaw out than it is to unstick the frozen wiper blades from the windshield.
Plus, they totally they can totally break your wiper blades anyways. So,
yeah. And that's always, we're coming in the wintertime. Time to change your wiper blades anyways.
Have a backup pair.
Yep.
At least.
Let's see.
That's something that we get here in Tennessee a lot is the freezing rain.
Oh, cute. Ah, ha, ha, ha. I'm not going to say anything more about that comment. Yeah, exactly, Kaylin. And actually, the wiper blades I get are made by Bosch. They're specifically for ice and snow. And you know how most windshield wiper blades, they have the arch and they have the double arches under that. It doesn't. It's a solid piece that is flexibly molded and to match your specific shape of your windshield.
Yeah.
And so the snow and stuff has a harder time sticking to it and caking up in it. And I tell you, the first time I put it on, I was driving in the snow where I didn't want to be driving in the snow, and it kept my window clean.
Yeah.
I don't care who started it. It's just that one comment, the one lubrication comment was just...
I wasn't going to repeat it either. I'm supposed to.
Yeah, it's like, well, wait, what are we talking about? that was a 3-pointer.
Was that a like wrong channel? I gotta watch what I say too.
And the other thing too is, talking about the vehicle, for getting since we're heading into wintertime, Rain-X or Ice-X on the windshields. Get them treated now and stuff, so that when you get the snow doesn't stick as easy to it. It comes off a lot easier and everything else.
Yes, Barry. I have to apologize for my bad potty mouth sometimes.
Yeah. And speaking of snow and stuff, chains. Check out the condition of your snow chains, cables, and stuff. Because, hey, if you were using them last year, they probably got and you kept putting them away. You use them, put them away, use them, put them away, use them, put them away. And you put them away, and it's like, oh, it stopped snowing. And you forget to wash them off. The salt on it could totally corrode. You got to pull out your cables, and it's like, oh, okay, it's in pieces, and I can't go anywhere because I needed these.
Yeah.
So they're let's see if I can find it here. There's something I'm going to share here.
Now is a good time to get your chains too before a nice event hits.
Yeah. Instead
of during it.
Okay, get that up. Pull this over here. Oh, actually, I want to see it. That keyboard. Okay, I got to take care of one thing here first, folks. So just bear with me a second here. is it here?
That is a good idea, Tibor.
Not what I wanted. I want a. Why is it not allowing me to do that? Okay, I got to get that out of the way. All right, try this again. There we go. We're going to see what happens here with this one. Just a second here, folks. Get ready. This is going to be a race.
House McQuarrie.
This is going to be a race for those of you that are not members. Boom, there it is. Those of you that are not members, the race is on. Okay. And while they're racing for that, I'm going to pull this other thing up here. And get in here. Okay, Gardner Josh grabbed one. Cindy Brown grabbed one. Wide Family Farm grabbed one. And it's Marshmallow Man grabbed one. There's still one left. And LG grabbed one. Okay. Boom. Now, the bonus of that is, I'll talk about the bonus of it in just a second here, but there is a big bonus coming up in a couple weeks here. All right, so I'm looking for oh, I know. Zip tie snow chains. You know, there are a bunch of different things. So let me see if I can get this up here. There are these ones that are actually have chains on them, and they got zip tie connections. So you put one pet section on at a time. There are the reusable and snow chains, zip ties. There are the non-reusable ones. You get a big packet of them, and you just put them on there, and you get stuck to whatever. You need to get yourself out. There's different styles of them. Yes, you got ones that are actually like a little strap, like your ratchet straps. You can tie them up. But yeah, you can go looking for them. There's a bunch of different ones you can use on there.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, and
I've never seen those before.
Yeah, there are some other ones. They're not shown where basically it looked like this orange one here.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a lot thicker and heavier duty. And yeah, there we go.
It is.
Yeah, something like that. And there's zip ties. There's all sorts of different ones. You got your regular other ones, but yeah, here we go. The ones that are heavy duty and they're zip ties. Come on, yeah. So you can see what it looks like. And just a zip tie thing goes on there, and or a belt strap tie. So
that's cool.
Yeah. Those go in the emergency kit.
Yes.
Because that way, when you forget to wash off and clean your other ones, and they corrode all summer long, you go pull them and think, oh crap! Oh, I got these others, so I can get to the store and buy new ones.
See, me, I would have those for emergencies because I don't like driving. If I'm not going to drive in it if I don't have to.
Yeah.
So.
Kaylin, give me a second here. Channel monetizations and see members. Kaylin Strain. 20 days ago. That's what it says here. So that means you got another 10 days. And yes, not all kitty litters are made for traction. To tell you whether it is or not, some of them, as soon as it gets wet, it turns to mush and slime.
Yeah.
Rather than, they'll clump up and you pressure on it, just turns to mush. So.
That's the good kitty litter to have for your cat.
Yeah.
But not for,
Yeah, not from the back of the car.
Right.
All right, that's up over there.
A nice thing I like to have is a shovel and a piece of wood in my car during a winter storm, because you can put the piece of wood under your tire for traction and you can shovel some area out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. The other thing that goes along with that is a what's called a hand drilling hammer or a 4-pound sledgehammer. It's got a short handle on it to drive that block in a little bit. Now you don't just want to put a plank like you just get like a 2x6, a short piece of 2x6. You want to take a saw and cut little grooves about 1/8 of an inch or 3/6 of an inch deep across it every inch 3/4 of an inch or so across it. That way it gives the tire something to grab instead of just slipping on it and starting to smoke.
Yep.
All righty, and let's see what we got.
And never back into grass in the snow, especially if it's wet. Wet snow.
Yeah. All right. Oh, holy macro! Steve, Corsair's trainer, came in and he figured it out and he dropped 10.
Ooh.
Membership. So if you are not a member, go over to that, double click on the 3 dots up on the right, up there by that little purple present, and it should automatically give it to you. Steve, I am not here, Jedi Wave. I am not here. Sorry, you're not a Jedi. You're a pirate captain. Arr. So let's see. Tibor can grab one. He's not a member. Hardknack Farms can grab one. She's not a member. Q's not a member. Passamaquoddy's not a member. There's free memberships there to grab.
How do you do it?
On that thing, on the part that Steve put up there, where it shows it, go up to about where the purple is over there. There's 3 dots. Double click there. Sometimes it'll just do it by double clicking. Sometimes you have to click it and it'll say set permission so you can accept. Sometimes you got to go in and set it so you can accept gifts.
Oh, it must be gone because.
Oh, there are 10 of them there.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
It's not doing it for me.
Yeah. So when you go in, yeah. Or sometimes you if you click on, sometimes it'll give you a message. It should have the drop down on it.
It just says go to channel.
That's all it says is go to channel.
Yeah.
Try to go moving just a little bit to the left of it. Double click. Or on it. Sometimes. Yeah.
Wow. Maybe because I'm it wants me to report them or do all the other stuff that does.
All right. Tell you what I'm going to do here, Laura. Make a comment. Ah, crap. Where'd it go? Okay. And we go down to the comments. And there we go. Okay. So I'm going to slow down, people. I want to do something here. Remove moderator. Give it a few seconds. All right, now try it.
Still won't let me do it.
Okay, yeah, because I know, like when I had to do it, I had to make sure my channel was good to accept. All right, try this. Go down to where it says join, down below the picture, and see. Scroll down. Sometimes it'll say whether you can accept. You can do it to accept gifts, and you gotta check. You click around, check. Don't click the second join button in there, but you click around and see if you can get it to where it says you can accept gifts.
Gifts, yeah.
Yeah, once you have it to accept gifts, you can go back and click on it, and you can become a.
I think part of it's my computer, though, too.
Yeah, there were some settings I had to change. I can't remember what it was. I had to change to do it. Yeah, you got to check to see. Passamaquoddy says check to see if you're turned on allow others to gift to you. And okay, Wendy says she still can't do it. All right, hang on, Wendy. Hang on, I'm going to try something here. And I'm going to, sometimes there's a problem being a moderator. All right, Wendy, you're no longer a moderator. Try it now. See if it'll allow you to take it.
Oh, I got it.
Stacy G got one?
I got it.
You got it? Okay, so it may have taken a moment. What all did you have to do?
After I clicked on it and it finally came up.
Okay.
And then I accepted it.
Now you're a moderator again. All right. So
thank you, Corsair.
There it is. Stacy, gifted. Okay. Still not able to. It may take a minute to do it because Laura was there working at it, and it took. Sometimes it takes a while for. Mary Beth says, "Yippee! It worked." Okay. Now here's the bonus thing. Let me see if I can pull it up here, and this is going to be modified again from this. So let me get the right thing here. There, I'm going to bring this up over here. Okay, on the 18th, Friday night on the Homestead. Okay, where is it? Why is it not? There we go. That going. Is a drawing. So let me bring it up here. Boom. So our 3,000 subscriber giveaway is going to be enlarged. So this is what it was for 3,000, but since we're already past 3,500, and usually it takes me to do 6 months to get 500 subscribers.
Yeah.
Thank you, YouTube, for pushing my one video out there a bunch. Drawing for subscribers a $10 gift card, and I'm going to add another $20 gift card for a fourth drawing for channel members, and a fifth one of $50 for channel members. Okay, channel members are automatically enrolled in all drawings. Okay, Wendy, try just moving over to the left of that a little bit, so you're not on the three dots, and try double clicking quick. Click and see if that does it.
You might have to do the accept gift thing. I had to do that.
Yeah. Kaylin will not be here on Friday. Darn. And Jay will not be here for the drawing. He's going to be asleep to go hunting Bambi in the morning.
Oh.
Oh, I got a joke about that one.
I don't know why I'm saying
so. I'm going to be putting up another video tomorrow with the updated prices on it. So that'll be coming out tomorrow. And back here.
We hunt Bambi on our property too whenever we want to. Not whenever we want to.
Yeah. One of the James Bond movies, Diamonds Are Forever, had Jimmy Dean, the singer and sausage maker, starring as Willard White. And his two bodyguards was Thumper and Bambi. Jay, you don't want to run into this Bambi. She'll take your gun away from you and do all sorts of weird things to you with it.
I should ask my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law is hunting on our property.
Yeah.
We don't have time to hunt, so he's doing it for the family. And we have a deer from last year, and if it gets us.
It takes it may take a couple minutes for that. I accept gifts.
Mm-hmm. It did for me.
Yeah, so it may take a few minutes, and then you can just go ahead and click on that again.
Keep on doing it.
Yeah, hammer it, make it give you the gift.
Don't give up like I do.
Yeah, you were, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to move the thing to blue for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, there's a thank you, Steve, for firing that back. Yeah, I saw on Steve's live this morning. First, I fired off with 1, then I fired off with 5, and then I fired off another 5. Half of it was just a fun, but like, how are you doing that? How are you doing that? I knew he would get out of his comfort zone and research and figure out how to do it. All right. All right. This actually does have a little bit to do about preparedness for, safety stuff and everything else. And we get rid of that over there. We'll get rid of that. Come on, work. The 1,000 subscriber giveaway for Gray Man Prepping. The first place prize on it. Hang on, I'm going to make myself big. Is Doc Bones and Nurse Amy's book here. This is the color version. This is the $79.99 version of it. And so that's the first place prize for this.
And it's right the latest, now, the latest State, one.
This is the latest, the fourth edition.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, Garden State Gardener is in first place by 7 points. I think it is.
That's awesome.
Yeah, let me go over here and look at this here. It is. Bring it up. Yes, Garden State Gardener is in first place by 7 points. Second, third, fourth, fifth. Okay, so yeah, the next 4 are all tied. That would be Rebel Canners, White Family Farm, Carpenter Self Alliance, and Failing Clan Wolf are tied for second, third, fourth, and fifth.
Mm-hmm.
Right now they're tied. So one of them gets more on it. The rules it's over on Gray Man Prepping channel. Actually, the link is down below in the description. You can check out what the rules are for that. It's easy. Start make a little shout out video. Tell people, hey, go over and look at them. Just when you make a comment, say I sent you over.
Hey, everybody, do that. Yeah, and put my name on there.
I'll accept gift memberships. LOL. Yeah, I wish I could have had a way to show it. There's got to be some YouTube videos on how to do it.
It's the area below his gift. You click on there. It comes up, I think, when you try to accept it, and then it pops up, and then you switch it to blue, and then go back and do it.
Yeah. So, anyways, and it's not allowing me to accept the gift to my own channel. It's CB to the Homestead. She's ready to rumble, folks. And actually, let me go ahead and open this up here, Ann.
Hey, Corsair.
Is Courtney going live tonight or not?
I don't know. Corsair, are you on Rumble? That made me think of that.
Because let me check. I didn't see anything. Her, hey Thor Haven Farm, welcome. Oh, that may be the problem too. It works. It definitely works a lot better if you're on a PC and not a phone.
Yes.
Several people had problems on the phones. So yeah, there's the link for those that want to come up here and join us up here for a few minutes. I think I put it in there. Where'd it go?
I'm just trying to make
way
sure
up there.
that I connect to everybody that's on Rumble.
Yeah, Courtney wasn't going to do media Monday. That's why she just said I could push back till 10 o'clock. But she was talking about doing 11 o'clock for Courtney's Mojo. But I was also figuring that she was going to do a wrap up possibly for the weight loss challenge, because she didn't do the wrap up last night for the weight loss challenge.
Oh, I got to get her in the numbers. That's why, probably. Sorry, guys, send me your numbers.
And those that are on the Overhedgers team, yeah, you got my email, right?
Yeah, I got your email.
Yeah. And see here. Arizona Highland Homestead, how you doing? So yeah, there are probably a lot more things to do around your house, because some houses have things a little bit different than other ones, the things they need to do getting ready for after the daylight savings time change and all the different safety things they need to be doing around the house. I'm just trying to think of. We covered so much. We covered all in the vehicle. Oh, garages. Check to make sure you don't have anything out in your garage that can freeze if you're in your freeze area. Any liquids, paints, and stuff that might freeze and rupture out there.
Yes. Which we have, but
yeah. What else is there? Shoot. Yeah, Caitlin, doesn't your apartment have a garage? $45, $17, $19. Those are all my numbers. All right. Y'all on the phone. Winter has so many things to do. Preparation, vent pipe. Yeah. Oh, outdoor. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Jeremy, thank you. Just you triggered something here. Other than the bathroom vents and stuff, if your house has vents around the side of it for the crawl space underneath it, check to see, make sure they are free and clear to allow a free flow of air under the house, unless you're in an area where it freezes. Like here, because we're in a freeze area, they had and it has an outside access port, which in the videos I showed. They're all sealed up, and so that's why I did that one video where I took the air in the laundry room, drilled a hole through, and have it where it's drawing the hot air from the ceiling down and blowing it underneath the house and out away. And actually, someone goes, "Oh, that's stupid! You're going to get all the humidity and all this other stuff." And I tried to explain, no, we have the humidity here in the wintertime when it's on in the house is low, way low. And he started getting snotty. He said, "Okay, no, don't want to hear you, banned." But yeah, so you need to make sure you have your ventilation is properly taken care of. Any pipes in the crawl spaces taken care of, stuff like that, so you don't get freezes and stuff like that. And Kaylin says, attics, check your attics too. Vents in the attic, never in the roof. Make sure nothing's plugged up there. Make sure the squirrels haven't gotten in, making nests up there.
Make sure there's no bats up there.
Oh, no, Jeremy, no. Remove the window AC units. I just did my video on that. I pulled out. Actually, did I do that just for members, or I did it for everybody? Anyways, I just did a video on removing my window AC unit because snow would come down and land right on it, and it would break the window and everything. Yeah, but if you're in an area where you don't get snow and say, yeah, cover your window AC units. Also, your regular AC units out sit on the pad. Go ahead and cover them up. Before you cover them up, all the leaves that have been falling, get all the leaves out of it now beforehand. Wash them all, clean it up, and then cover them up for the winter. Oh, window tight and sealed. Oh, yours is installed permanently. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, the one we have here is it goes in, comes out, because even though it's all put in and stuff, there's still cold air coming around it, and it's like, no, get rid of it, close the windows down, and take care of that. They stack hay bales against the house, yep. And actually, I stacked hay bales again before we bought this house a year and 9 months ago. I had the travel trailer over there. I had stuff in it. I was doing stuff in it. And I stacked hay bales up around it and put tarps over it to trap any of the heat from inside of it. And so there is the link again for anybody that wants to come up here. And by anybody, I mean anyone that I trust. I've seen you on other live streams, been on like Courtney's or Laura's or someone else's live stream.
Weights as well.
So ow, 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 ow. Fortunately, the ones we have up here, my son-in-law, the first year he was up here, didn't cover it at all. And fortunately, they didn't turn on the AC till everything had thawed out and was dry. But snow, it was up here. It was designed and stuff that it had, that everything just drained out and nothing fried on it. Fortunately, my nitwit is a bigger. Oh, Kaylin. Yeah. Yeah. There's a yeah. Totally forgot to include the AC unit on my slideshow. Yeah, check all the vents for under the house and stuff. Mm-hmm. Just a safety point. Some people with the new high efficiency furnaces, because they have the blower on, so they have the intake air into it, blows around and blows the exhaust, everything out. Some people basically they have the white PVC going out, goes up, makes a U-turn. People have been putting screens over them, thinking that it's going to keep bugs and stuff from going in there and protecting the system. Don't. The system's designed to handle that, but if you cap it off, you get dust and stuff built up in there, and it chokes the system off and causes the furnace to overheat and malfunction. Having been up to Lake Tahoe in the winter to a friend's cabin where the snow was 8 feet deep, I never want to experience snow over 2 feet again. Hey, Thor, how's it going?
Amazing. How are you guys doing tonight?
Hey, Thor.
Y'all started talking about snow, so I'm like, I gotta jump in and talk about some snow.
Yes, you do. You're the snow master.
You guys doing awesome today?
Yes.
I'm doing incredible. I mean, just before I started the live stream, actually, I'm going to check the numbers again here. My subscribers have reached over 3,500.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
all right. Now,
awesome.
I picked up another 5 since I started the live stream. It's now at 3,521.
Gotta like that.
Oh, it's But Christmas time, at Christmas I'm gonna have to do a 4,000 subscriber giveaway.
Yeah.
Hendo was right. He says at this rate you're gonna be doing it by Christmas. I think he's right.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it's just, because I'm just, I'm not, it totally blew me away because on Halloween Day, I started the 3,000 subscriber giveaway video. I figured, okay, 2.5 weeks, that'll be fine for it. And I've already blown past it in 7 days.
Yeah.
That's the 3,500 mark.
Great.
And it's like, wow.
You're doing something right when that starts to happen, eh?
Well, what I know is what's going right is that YouTube has been pushing one video of mine. It's a 3-year-old video, and they're pushing it. It's actually listed down in the description down below, and it's about alternative fuels, lamp oil, alternative fuels for emergencies.
Okay, nice.
And I talk about kerosene versus diesel versus number 2 diesel versus number 1 diesel. Vegetable oils, and I actually do some experiments there, trying to get showing how some of them work good, some of them don't work good.
Yeah.
And since then, a couple of people in the last couple of months, I actually got a guy that was an engineer commenting to me, and gave me a link and laid out all the differences of petroleum fuels, from bunker oil to furnace oil, to diesel number 2, diesel number 1, K2, kerosene 2, kerosene 1, and to the jet fuels and stuff, and what changes them.
Nice.
From diesel up to the jet fuels are basically kerosene. It's just how much it's been refined a little bit, and what additives they add to it.
Cool. I'm gonna have to watch that, because I was always amazed at when I did BMQ and all that with the military. There I was like, we always use naphtha. What the hell is naphtha? So that would be intriguing to watch that.
Yeah. One of the things I just found out yesterday, when I was digging into some deep research on the viscosities of vegetable oils, which was it? Sunflower oil has a lighter viscosity than olive oil, but olive oil burns cleaner and smokeless. But you can't use it in it doesn't work good in a regular oil lamp, because they've been getting the wicks narrower and thinner.
Okay.
And olive oil wants a big, fat, thumb-size wick, so it can heat up and vaporize the oil to burn clean, produce enough heat to heat everything up and do it.
It's interesting, because even in cooking, you start throwing the olive oil in. They want you to throw. If I remember correctly, you throw olive oil in, but you want to throw some butter in, so the olive oil doesn't start smoking and burning.
Yeah. Olive oil.
Correct.
Yeah, olive oil. They were saying, I want to get the right term. I think it's vaporizes.
Okay.
At 550 degrees. So I'm just looking at the side chat. Yeah, and so it's
marshmallow.
I mean, this is incredible. Thanks, Steve. I'm looking over here now. I see practically everything on the side here is green, except Tibor hasn't accepted one of the gifts from Steve for a membership. It's free, Tibor, for a month.
So I had to take care of those numbers really quick.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So, it's, my junior and senior year of high school, we moved from LA to the north rim of the Grand Canyon. From 300-foot elevation to 7,000-foot elevation.
Oh, wow.
And the total difference there is summer. Down in LA, you used to go to the swimming pool, all day long, no suntan lotion, nothing, not a problem. Up there, it's like I'm seeing everybody swimming in t-shirts. Why you go? Atmosphere's too thin. You'll fry like an egg. It's like okay. So I just follow along with the smart people and wore a shirt, and I got tans through my shirt, through my t-shirt.
That's funny.
Hilarious because as a Canadian, in the industry that I'm in, we always went down to Vegas in every January. Mm-hmm. So as a Canadian going down to Vegas, right, in January, you're walking around in shorts and t-shirt, and everyone who's local there is walking around in a toque and a big puffy jacket, trying to stay warm. And we're like shorts and flip-flops, like, this is great. Why is the pool open?
Right, exactly. Right.
But the interesting thing is my senior year, so March 31st, 1975, the temperature outside was in the 70s, low 70s. Clear and everything, no big deal. Next morning, April 1st, there's 3 friggin' feet of snow on the ground. Yeah, my dad was a city guy. Hey, brother Donnie, it's Prep for Eternity Homestead.
Hey, Donnie.
My dad was the city maintenance department, the entire department, and he got a call about 2:00 in the morning saying, "Hey, it's snowing hard." And he got up, drove down to the city courtyard, got the moto grader, drove it back home. Put the extension cord out there on it for the block heaters to keep the block hot. Then in the morning, got up at 5:30 and started plowing the streets.
Block heater works amazing.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
And let's see. Steve, do you have any way of telling how many people have accepted your gifts? Are they all taken, or are there still gifts out there for gift memberships? Because it's not letting me look to see, how many there are left. And
so how's the wedded bliss, Thor?
How is what? The weather?
The wedded bliss.
Same as always. It's just
It was good before and it's good after.
It was good before and it's good awesome. Good after.
After.
Yeah. I don't know. It's marrying a French girl. It's like
yeah. Ooh la la.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Tibor says, keep the icicles off the gutters. All right. So I just got gutters installed. Not only did I get brand new gutters on this house, I had them they got heat tape in all of them. So the gutters are going to be hot. So they will not have icicles on them. But for those, last year, what we had icicles hanging down off the roof, and it was starting to build an ice dam on the north side of the house. So I'm out there every time up there with a hoe, knocking it off, breaking it off, so it doesn't, an ice dam doesn't build up and push water back up underneath the shingles.
Here's an interesting thing. If you come up to Quebec, Canada, or I think a lot of northern Canadian area, is we don't have gutters. If you drive around, I would say 3/4 of the houses don't have gutters on them because the snow load is so heavy, it rips those gutters right off.
Yeah.
So
that's what they did to my house.
Houses up here have them.
Yeah. On the front, on the south facing side, the snow load. Oh, she dropped out.
What?
She may have hit the wrong button. She'll be back.
Laura?
The south facing roof side always melted off quick, and I didn't have any problems over there. Everybody has a problem with the north side. All right, and so on the north side, what they did is there she is back. On the north side, besides running the heat tape down the gutter, they did a zigzag up on the roof. They had clips that clipped on the on the shingles, and they ran it up and down about 2 feet up or so.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more up and down. So what that does, that melts it all there. So the snow can't come down and land on the gutters. It just keeps it melting off clear. So it may build up on the roof.
On the roof, it starts melting as it comes down as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so that way it keeps it from coming over and nailing the gutters. And that was one of the things the gutter companies are saying, hey, you need to get heat tape in your gutters. The north side of the house, you need to get heat tape zigzagged on the roof. And I had 3 companies come out to do bids on the gutter. They all said the same thing. The one guy that actually got the job, he goes, yeah, we can do it, but we're not, we are gutter people. The heat tape stuff, get an electrician.
Yeah.
And he goes, I had this electrician guy I work with, I recommend all the time. He's excellent. And the one company came out and said, yeah, we've been doing it for 35 years, everything else, we're guaranteed quality, everything else like this. His bid for the gutters and the heat tape was $7,000.
Ooh.
The
Yeah.
gutters got done for 25, and the electrician charged me 13.
Go loco.
So almost half the price for it. And the I checked on, and this electrician uses some super heavy duty heat tape. He orders it in special for each job, and he has the manufacturer cut it and do it and everything else too. So when he gets it, it's all already factory sealed, has all factory seals on it. He's not trying to cut, and they did everything. He made a mistake on one. The shop one, he ordered. He missed. He for some reason he put 3 times as much tape up there. So it goes up, it goes back and forth in the gutter. So it's got 3 strips in the gutter. That's what comes off the shop, the metal roof. So that'd be the one that probably. He goes, you're probably not going to need it, but we can come out next year if you do, and we can zigzag it if you want us to zigzag it up on the roof.
See, I'm wondering if it's worthwhile to either do that, or whether it's worth my time to put a ladder on the roof and run from the hot tub and go up, lay on the roof. Go back to the hot tub, go up, lay on the roof. I don't know.
Probably. Just lay on
Yeah, I'm like,
that.
what?
Yeah.
My time versus money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you know what? You could just not insulate your roof very well, and then it will all melt anyways.
That's the other thing.
Yeah, just a couple good wood burning stoves in the house.
And then watch my electric bill go.
Yeah, go up.
Yeah. No.
No.
Either way, it's going to cost me, right?
Put a couple of wood burning stoves in the house. That way you can heat the house up to
We
nice
actually
and
have
hot.
3 wood stoves in the house.
Ooh.
So we have one in the lower section, one in the upper section, and one in the basement. So we try and run as much as we possibly can through the wood
Everyone
stoves.
say goodbye to Steve.
Bye, Steve. Thank you for coming. And
So
thank
you
you for
got-
the membership.
How many cords of wood do you go through?
I want to say we go through about 8 bush cords. So it's 4x4x8 for a bush cord.
Yeah.
So we go through about 8 of them, 8 to 10 a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
I went through just under 6 last year, and I ordered another 6. So I had a little bit left over, and a little, that was left over from when I bought the house, and then I had a little bit more left over, and from last year, and so now hopefully I'll have a little bit more left over, even
Yeah.
because I didn't start my first fire until like 3 weeks later than I did last year.
We've got lucky this year because even last year I think we were lucky. The year before I think we had like 2 feet of snow this time of year, which is about normal. And this year right now we're above freezing degrees. So
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah. It's nice.
Are you guys getting hit with bad weather in about a week, though?
Possibly. I noticed I was out tonight on the back porch
Mm-hmm.
and I could feel like it was warm outside, but the wind was really cold. So I
Mm-hmm.
have a feeling something's coming in.
Yeah, because I was just looking at for next week. It's going to be in the 20s at night here
Okay.
in Tennessee. So I don't. I figured most of our stuff comes from your way.
Yeah, and we've been trying to get prepped for winter. We've been getting,
Mm-hmm.
And for us, everything, it's not like down south where you guys have to
Mm-hmm.
really get prepped for winter. We just pull in stuff like our hoses. We open any outdoor faucets so they don't freeze and burst. We're kind of used to it, and everything's kind
Yeah.
of built around freezing.
Mm-hmm.
So we're a lot luckier in that sense, I guess, if you
Mm-hmm.
could say luckier.
Yeah.
But, for us, it's like pulling stuff in so it doesn't, like the hoses, and make sure it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't burst. So
Yeah.
put
Do
the
you
snow
use,
blower on.
do you use yard hydrants?
We want to get those installed. So for our cows, we run in the summer, we have a hose that goes out to the cows kind of underground, but in the winter, it's not deep enough, so it will freeze.
Mhm.
So in the winter, we have a nylon rubber hose that we
Mhm.
run out I'd say every once a week, that we
Mm-hmm.
fill up the trough for them and we bring it back in.
Yeah.
But we want to run some basically hydrants out to our chickens, out to our cows,
Mm-hmm.
so that we can open it up year round and get water, no
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be a huge asset to us.
Yeah, I bet.
One of the first things I did over in the house across the street, when I after I retired and I was coming up here and staying part of the time up here, I went and I dug trenches all around and I put down 3/4 inch PEX pipe,
Yeah,
about 18 inches below the frost line, and
Yeah.
and unfortunately I bought the the recommended one off of Amazon, which turns out is not the one to get, because what happened to me also happened to Butch at Sand Hollow Homestead. After 2 years, the valves at the bottom started going away.
Mm.
Okay.
And so I found out from another guy, a channel here, he's a professional plumber, and he goes, the only ones he will ever install are the Waterford.
Okay.
And hang on here, see if I can.
It's funny because, everyone always talks about price versus quality. In a lot of cases, you really do get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was one of the problems here. Let me see if I can go back and I can find exactly the ones we used here. Go back about when was this? And I ordered. I got 3 of them. I put them in, and they were. Here we go. Woodford. Sorry, Woodford.
Okay.
So this is the one.
Isn't that interesting that that's so close to the name,
Yeah.
Waterford?
Yeah. And so I got the Woodford ones here. Let me open that one up, another one. And I also got one of these to add one to the house. And so this is the one I got. And it's this is the Lincoln Continental of yard hydrants. And so it worked good. I did the multiple stage setup on the bottom, a little bit different than that. You come off of it with a 90, you have another 90, and then another 90. That way it gives it flexibility. You're using the PEX pipe, and the flex fittings will turn everything so it doesn't do anything to it. But I ordered 3 of them, But then the other one I got here was I'm going to be installing this summer because I wanted to wait until work on the end of the house here. This is going to go through the foundation under the house. And so the valve is not out here on the end. The valve's down here by the threads. And all that is a long shaft to turn the valve. And then it has the anti-siphon on it. So once you turn it off, it siphons out of the valve and stuff into the hose or whatever.
Long shaft. What do you think? You're on Courtney's Live or something?
At our house here, at the rental house, we had one of those break, but it was copper. The shaft was copper.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I don't know why it broke, but they left the hose on. When we moved in, the hose was on the thing. So it probably broke before we even moved in.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have it down south, but we have antifreeze faucets on our outside. So basically, if it starts to freeze, there's almost kind of like a rubber gasket that will open and it will burst rather than the faucet itself bursting. So it's kind of like a protection on it.
Well, I put one of these in on the house across the street by the back porch right off the laundry room. And it worked great because last year, the year before last, the way the wind was blowing and stuff, the water would freeze coming down like big icicle down, and it froze over the entire faucet. And because the water stopped way back, 18 inches inside, it was all nice. The pipe was all nice and warm and everything else, and it didn't damage anything.
Nice.
But yeah. Tibor has those as well. Yeah, up in Ohio.
Yeah, if we could get those installed, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the amount of snow we get, our frost line isn't as deep as some places because we always get so much snow.
Right.
So our frost line is actually higher than other places where they don't get as much snow, where it's low.
Right.
So,
because it's snow insulates.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it's funny because we went out and we were drilling post holes for the cow field a couple of years ago. And spring, everything is frozen. It's still, we go out, there's still snow on the ground. We put the post hole digger in. We get about 6 inches down. And because we're all on sand, it doesn't hold any moisture. So the water just drains right off. So as soon as we get past that first 6 inches of topsoil and moss, it just, no problem. We're thaw now. Here we go. It's so nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was about the top 3 feet is soil, and it can get kind of hard. And then I started hitting some cobbles, and then I hit a riverbed, like of the fine sand with the small cobbles and stuff. And the problem there was once I started getting down into that, it's like, okay, I need to dig slower so it doesn't just keep running in on me. And once I had it out, then I laid my PEX pipe in, and then I just scooped the sand over the PEX pipe, and then I was able to backfill.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yes, sand is a great backfill around pipes. Shape of insulation foam and glue them together and fitting them around pipes. Oh, sounds like a military job.
The cute little dog, Passamaquoddy.
Yeah. All right. I want to thank everybody that's come in here. If you haven't subscribed to Thor Haven, go ahead and subscribe. Hit him up. Great channel. Also, Laura down below. And if you just happen to be visiting, you haven't subscribed to me, please hit me up too.
Yep.
And don't forget, on the 18th, Friday night, 10 o'clock Eastern, we'll be having the 3,000, actually now it's 3,500 subscriber giveaway.
Nice.
So, all right,
That's awesome.
we'll be giving away a bunch more than what was on the video. Some more Amazon gift cards.
And
Just
look
don't
for
hit
that.
them up too hard. You want them to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look for that interview on my channel
Yes.
of Gil on the 16th. So,
Nice.
well, he'll reveal some special things about himself.
But not too much.
Yeah,
Still
don't tell
YouTube
anybody
approved.
yet. But Tibor, the frost line here varies. I went a couple feet below the frost line when I dug my trenches. Some people say it's 18 inches. Some people say it's 24. I had one person said, well, we've had it freeze down as deep as 30 inches once. So I went 5 feet.
Yeah.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. For sure.
All right. Well,
Bye,
thanks
guys.
everyone for coming in. And thanks, Steve at Corsair Trainers. If you're not subscribed to Steve, go over there. He gifted 10 people memberships here tonight. So check Steve out, Corsair Trainers. He pulls no punches, and he's a non-active duty Marine and former federal officer. So he's out. His motto is making fewer victims. All right.
Yeah.
So see y'all later. Stay happy, stay safe, stay prepared, and try to enjoy this winter.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm building a house